I wonder if I could have my own show. Wait, but what would I do with my own show? I mean, I would probably act like a fucking idiot, right? I mean, I talk too much, don't I? Do I talk too much? I don't know.
I just feel like talking, so let's do it.
Let's talk.
I just turn the camera on and act real stupid. Take myself too serious, that's something that I'm through with. David Lopez is the name, it's my show, welcome to it.
It's my show.
I just feel like talking, so let's do it.
Let's talk.
I just turn the camera on and act real stupid. Take myself too serious, that's something that I'm through with. David Lopez is the name, it's my show, welcome to it.
It's my show.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. 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 Okay, I can't do it. Welcome back. Did I get you? Did you think it wasn't me? You thought it wasn't me. It's me. Sorry. Being a fucking idiot. Wonder if you can see me up here. Who cares? Can you hear me? That's more important. Oh, I got that stupid hair all up in my mouth. Anyway, sorry, I'm being a fucking idiot. Well, welcome back to another episode of my show. I'm dressed up real nice today. I know you can see this. And I got a glass of red wine. Cheers. Yeah. So I had another good week. I hope you did. Had some fun festivities going on. You know. Yeah, so happy hump day to you. Last night, if you're watching this on the day that it comes out, last night was a cool Warriors Thunder game that I was watching and enjoying. I was surprised into the outcome as the Thunder just, man, put it on that ass. The Thunder, really could put it together. The Warriors, granted, looked a little out of it, but the Thunder could put it together down the stretch, man. If PG is playing like that, Melo was hurt too, man. All right, sorry. This isn't a sports podcast, but I might get into that sometimes. Anyways, yeah. So, another episode with just me. Hope you guys are used to it. Hope you guys like it. I got some fun segments. Well, if you're watching the show, you better like me, because I don't know how else you're going to get through the show. Ha! There's no guest this week, but we got some coming up. But we did, this week we did the third edition of Director's Notes, so it's the final edition for Season 1 of So Much More. So the Director's Notes that go with Season 1 of So Much More are, we finished them up today. And so that's a segment, that's the main segment, the big chunk, the large portion of this episode that we got going on. But before we get into that, I will mention just the intentions that, so like obviously that goes with So Much More. I'm excited because there's some prospect things that go on. Normally I don't talk about I've made it a point in my career, in this entertainment career, to not when you have a prospective booking or something that you're excited about, try not to talk about it too much and just want to leave it as is until it happens, and then you can announce it. And that's, I understand, but something that I'm trying to learn and see maybe if this is the right practice is stating your intentions and your goals more, and if that's more important, and if that does make a difference. And so because of that, I will say that here in the next week or so, I will be finding out whether or not we get into this film fest that I think that we have a chance to get into. And it's for So Much More. Season 1, they took episodes 1 and 2, and they're in review right now, and everything qualified. And I thought it was up to standards for some stuff. And basically, this isn't something that I would normally say and share with people, really, except for the people that are around me and that I'm having a smoking session with or something like that. But I'm trying to see if it's maybe it's the right thing to, make your intentions be stated out there, and well, what's the worst that happens? We don't get in, and I'm already prepared for that anyways. We haven't gotten into other fests. I just, this is something I'm excited for, and I want to state it, and I want to just treat my career that way now, going forward, and I want to be honest with you guys as to what some of my goals are, and hopefully we can achieve them together. So that way it gives us a chance. I feel like if I'm more honest about that, and you guys are, on board with this train and how we're going forward, then we can, help right the ship or make the storm together. However, whatever analogy we want to use. I don't know why I used water or the ocean for both of them, but I think you caught my drift. I did it again. God damn it! I don't know. But yeah, so we're gonna get into the director's notes. First, before that, I was gonna mention the Super Bowl. Yeah, how about that? This was Super Bowl week. That was one entertaining game, man. Once again, not a sports podcast, so I won't get into all those. Actually, I don't give a shit. If there's a sports guy here, we'll talk about sports all the time. But that was a super entertaining game. That was great. I'm not one of those big like Brady haters. I was talking with somebody about this. Like, this is interesting. Like, especially if you're from Chicago, right? And especially you grew up in the 90s in Chicago, like I did. Huge fan of the Bulls dynasty. Jordan, greatest player ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit. And if that's the case and you know that, like, I just don't really get how you can just hate Brady just to hate him because he wins too much. Like, that doesn't really make sense to me. Like, whatever it is, whatever you want to say about the teams, you don't worry about the scandals or whatever. It's all bullshit. But, like, if you appreciate greatness, man, I don't know how you couldn't appreciate that. Whatever. With that being said, that Eagles played great. Nick Foles, shout out to him, man. Actually, you saw that was the first backup since Brady to do that, to win that. So that's, how about that, if that's symbolic or not? It's going to be crazy to see because he we'll see if Wentz is back from the ACL. It looks like he is because he proposed today, and my fiance, the physical therapist, was immediately like, "Oh, he got on his knee. His knee must be all right." So he's gonna be ready for game one. Then I know Nick Foles isn't their starter, but it's just interesting, man. You took them on that Super Bowl ride, and then you just it is what it is, I guess. But it's an interesting dynamic to not be the starter on the day that you get your ring after you just did that. That would be crazy. So that was cool, man. So another big thing for me is that my single Ups and Downs, which you'll hear again a little bit more of at the end of this, I'll tease that, is available right now. Today is Hump Day. It's available on Spotify for now, and I will let you guys know when it is available on the other streaming services. But for now, and my Spotify listeners to go and cop that. I'm super excited about that song. It's a song that I've actually had for a while, so it's not like a super newbie, but I've liked it, and just give you guys a little peek that it's a start for some more musical releases from me. I had to remind myself that I'm a rapper. I had to remind you guys that I'm a rapper. Doing all these other things, which I'm really excited about, has me busy. And I need to just make sure that the music is out there and in the forefront. So I'm going to be releasing a lot of stuff here. So yeah, please support my new single, Ups and Downs. Hopefully you like that cover art. I did that, handled all that. And yeah, man, check that out. Please do. Oh, and there's one more announcement I have to make before we get to the director's notes. Is that we are coming back. This month we are coming back with the Passion Park Experience. So this is the big announcement. Next week we'll have our first commercial for it. But this week I just want to make sure that I announce it and just at least say it and give it a note. February 27th, the last Tuesday of the month, we will be back with the Passion Park Experience. Live music, live comedy. I'll be your host. RPM will be your host as well. And we are super excited for that. So more information will be coming soon. Stay tuned for that. Appreciate you. enjoy the director's notes. I'm having some heartburn due to red wine, about a bottle of it. I drank a lot of it tonight. Had a friend come over, you know, just drank some wine, watch some hoops, some basketball. I got nothing, guys. I got it. Enjoy director's notes, all right? Just enjoy them. Just do it. Just fucking watch, bro. God damn it. What's up, everybody? All right, we are back with the final edition of Director's Notes for Season 1. At least, for the finale. I'm not going to do Director's Notes on the bloopers. Maybe I will. Those were kind of funny. Maybe we can just do that right now, huh? Let's just talk it out. We'll see how this goes, right? I'm back where I was for when we did Director's Notes for Episode 2, sitting out here watching on the big screen, getting to see my ugly face on the big screen. I'm sure you guys enjoy that. I haven't watched this in a while, though. Same thing we did with Episode 1 and 2. I kind of was trying to remove myself a little bit and then come back to watch it, so my notes and my the things that I say will be pretty fresh takes, I think. There'll be memories of what happened when we shot this. But yeah, I know in the intro here I said a lot of things about the show and what we have coming forward for it, and I've mentioned a lot. I'm gonna just keep talking about it, but I'm excited. I'm excited to keep moving forward. But it's good to look back, and honestly, I could use the notes going forward as a director because I need notes to get better on every scene and shit. So if you hear some weird sizzle action in the back, it's because the lady is cooking up a storm in the back. That's right. Chef Schmandy Pants. I don't got a good name for that. I don't have a good one. You have a better chef name? No. No chef name. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start here. If you remember at the end of Episode 2, me and the guys are in the alley after the show night, and we party a little bit after the show. And then this is the morning after when I show up. But remember, the last scene was Delilah shows up again at the alley, just showing that she's still around and still, as much as he's trying to get away, she's still around. So this is the beginning when he gets home, the morning of, and we can see Harmony's reaction and whatnot.
A minute, we need to talk.
What's up, babe?
These frickin' girls on your Snapchat, that's what's up. All the frickin' time.
What the fuck? Calm down.
Excuse me? No, I'm not gonna calm down. No. Are you kidding me?
What do you look? You know this is a part of this shit, right? It's a part of the life.
Bullshit. No. I did not sign up for this.
You didn't sign up for this, but you want everything else? You take everything else? You cool with all that?
Excuse me? You're fucking losing it.
Late nights with these hoes, always on them.
Alright, so before we get to the music video part, I'll just stop it there to talk about just that argument scene. It's funny watching that again because I haven't seen it in a while. The location-wise, we had to move some things around in that just to make it look like our own little space there. It's cool seeing the So Much More poster we had in the background there. But I'll just give a funny note that I wonder if I can't remember if I left it in the bloopers. In the background of where we shot that, there's this huge President Obama, Barack Obama, at the podium. There's this cutout of him, a full-size cutout of him. And I tried to get it out of the frame, but it wasn't out of the frame for all the shots. And see, this is one of my early director errors. I didn't go back to look at all the shots enough to notice that it was still in some of the shots. So some of the framing and some of the cuts, I had to crop out on some of the shots when I did the edits to get that out. Not that I didn't want him in there, but I thought it was distracting to the point because it was just President Obama over us as we're arguing. So that was a kind of funny tidbit for those who were there would remember that going on. But yeah, so clearly she gets mad at me there, and the point of what happens here is, we were getting in a fight. I'll keep this going and we'll see what...
This ain't what she signed up for. 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 But what about the clothes, babe? What's how we roll? Baby, where you wanna go? Baby, where you wanna go? Ain't this really so much more? Ain't this really so much more? Ain't this really so much more? She said, no, I'll never get it. She ain't never gonna be with it. I can't never really quit.
now to stop after that full intro. So I did a cold open there. I didn't want to do any. It was just like, let's go right into it. That was the point of that was to show, you know, he comes home after that night, they get in a fight, and he gets kicked out, basically. That's why he grabs a bag, leaves. I know you're not dumb. I know you can get that from saying that, but I'm just going to say it because I'm dumb. So we'll go past the intro here. And so if you keep I tried to make it so the timeline wasn't that important, but the timeline is on there. So if you're keeping score with that, this is Sunday. So the show kind of started on Saturday, so it's like a weekend basically. And this is the end of that. The last.
So much more, so much more, so much more, so much more.
Sunday, 9:30.
Where's Harvey? I thought she was coming out tonight. Hey. No, not tonight. Well, another.
All right, we'll stop. I wanted to stop right there. Give that cool little note. If you know, for those of you who have already peeped it, and for those of you who haven't, if you're keeping up with the show, you see there's these little we plopped harmony in the background of a lot of these shots, and yeah, so you can kind of creep her in the back there. That was definitely thought of. That was a choice. We wanted to keep her in there, add to that creepy element, you know. And yeah, you know, this is also shout out to Eddie. Eddie Hernandez, he was our bartender in the scene, man. That's my homie. It's a childhood friend. I'm glad we could get him in there, and I plan on using him again as a bartender if we're gonna get back to this location in season 2.
That was nice, John. Let's do it. And yeah, chip. You alright, bro? Okay. Yeah. You gonna take yours? Balance, huh? Yeah. See, it's all about fucking balance. Well, not everything can be fucking balanced. Like how? Take the perks, you better deal with the fucking lifestyle, right? Mm-hmm. Right, yeah. Cool. I should have followed those damn rules.
See, now that's a line that was really supposed to tie a lot of things together from episode 3, from episode 1 to episode 3. You know, if you remember that big scene, the fight scene with Delilah in episode 1, she says, follow the rules. You know, she says, money, sex, music. Play your music and forget about love. And money and drugs. Forget about love. Follow the rules. So that was a clear throwback to that. And really saying you know, deal with the perks of the lifestyle, or, you know, if you want to deal with the perks, you better deal with the lifestyle, whatever. That's him wrestling in his head clearly with the fight that he just had with Harmony. I think he's wrestling with that, trying to figure that out there, and he's talking through his head. But clearly, he's already on the opposing side, I would say, of Delilah. It's clear that he's not, like, you know, going towards that, but he's not completely going away. It's kind of like in between space there. In my, you know, the way that I was trying to convey, at least. He's lost. He's trying to figure that out, but he's also, you know, on the heels of a big fight and whatnot. So now we're going to go through another flashback from those early scenes that we saw with Delilah.
Enough! I can handle it from here.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah. It's not going to be the same attitude.
That was a key line that I hope everybody could get, but that's one reason I wanted to throw these like little things in there so you could go back and catch other stuff that you didn't catch. But she says right there, he's not going to be the same when we're done with him. That was supposed to be the point of, you know, when a year ago when my character, you know, falls into this and gets the so much more delivery from Delilah, he wasn't the same as he is after, and that's why he's trying to clearly make a change here. And now here is the real culminating scene, kind of the whole thing. He's really looks like he's finally chosen to run away. This is a throwback to the opener of season 1. So also I feel like I tried some adventurous stuff with the storyline, and hopefully that wasn't too confusing, but it was definitely something I wanted to do. So the opening scene of the show, where me and the guys are behind the bar, is Sunday night at 11:55, and the closing scene of the show of season 1 is the continuing portion of that scene. So remember, it fades away, and the season starts as the season starts as I run away. So now this is picking up from where I run away, and so really it shows that the first scene was the last, and the first scene was the last scene. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to stop over explaining, and we'll just we'll watch it.
In a red dress and I won't let her creep back in. I just wanna sleep back in my bed. Drunken flights, things we said can't take back. All those nights felt so right, can we get it back? Let me teach you how to love, baby. Let me teach you. Let me teach you how to love, baby. Let me teach you.
All right, so that was the last scene of we have a little teaser we'll show at the end, but that was the last scene of the season, and it was really the most music video like portion of the season, and that was done on purpose. That was definitely something that I was going for. I knew that the last song, How to Love, is that last song off the album, obviously, was going to be like that. We wanted to do it more. This is really when I was toggling between the ideas of whether or not I was going to be saying the words to any of these songs. I was trying to decide, because that was the main one that I was kind of going to be doing. I think the way that we did it worked out, and logistically it was the easiest or the most convenient for us to do. And budget-wise and everything, rather than shooting, line by line the whole video. But I think we gathered the points. I'm actually watching that again after not seeing it for a while. I actually really like the way that came together, and how I cut off the verse where it did. We dropped it out, and we showed that those quick fades, those quick shot by shots. Yeah, it was really supposed to encapsulate, if that's the right word. I think I was trying to figure. That's how long it took. You heard that little break right there was me trying to figure out that word. Encapsulate the fact that he's going, trying to choose between all this stuff. But the point really was supposed to be, it looks like he's chosen to go away from Delilah. He's chosen harmony in this regard. He goes in for that hug, and that's why we fade out in that, because that's really the apparent choice there. Yeah, that's what the whole season was kind of trying to show. Like, he was drifting away from that. Like, he had chosen to go towards that, and once you see what that came with, clearly he was getting a little away from that life and everything. And so he's pursuing. It looks like this, but I'll play the teaser here before we talk a little bit more.
I knew you'd come back.
Don't you know I got that Derek Jeter flow? Always working like a pro, yeah, that's hits on deck. Never single love next, and it's worth the Ichiro. California sweet roll, California sushi roll, California goofy hoes. Gotta keep a couple of those. Now my eyes on the prize, and that ain't between the lines. But if I say I don't want it, you already know that shit's a lie. Just a man, I'm a dog. She tryna get this bone, and if the carrot right, she gon' wind up in a song. You know that feels too right, girl, to ever be wrong. And I believe in fate, so right here's where you belong. In my bed, and all these words I've said, live past the day I'm dead. Yeah, I believe in fate, so right here's where I belong. And I knew it all along, the road could be so long, but don't the rock feel quicker when I love it, yo, you know. Hollywood stages on from those no.
All right, that was fun there. So that I did that little teaser at the end of the show. Did he choose her? Did he, or whatever? That's we shot the first scene of season 2 actually when we did that. So we already have the first season of season 2, and like I said, we're working towards shooting the rest of that. I'm really excited. I think it's gonna, just getting our feet off the ground with season 1 is really important, because I think it's gonna. I do understand how, like, looking at it, it could be a little confusing to the eye unless you really, delve in, my career, and some of the things you might get it a little bit more. But I do understand how it could be, chronologically a little confusing, storyline maybe a little confusing. I really think if you let it develop a little bit more and let me keep going with this concept and you join the ride, you're going to see it open up a lot more. I just already think season 2, the characters are much more established. We can kind of run with storylines more and incorporate the music more. I just really think it was important getting the feet off the ground, just doing it, because now it's just like there's no questions. It's just like we're going. So bear with if you don't get all the storylines, but maybe if you like one of the songs or something, or you like the idea that I have of like having this series go along with my music career, then just give me a chance here, because let it open up, because I really think the stories will get better, the scripts will get better, the lines will get better, the music will get better, everything will. And to have these director's notes and these podcasts to go along with it, I think could be a cool thing. I'm thinking of myself as a fan. If I had an artist that I liked that was doing something like this, I think I'd really be into it. So that's kind of the approach I'm trying to take, and I hope you guys are joining me on this ride. So as I mentioned in the start, and I was joking around, I didn't even mean to, but YouTube just goes right to the bloopers right away. Screw it, we'll just play them, and we could I can talk about all these things that happened. Well, me getting slapped right here absolutely happened a lot. It's dramatic. It's dramatic. It's hard to watch. No, but Eileen did slap the shit out of me. But good job, Eileen. We had her. I wanted her to slap the shit out of me. We did those alley scenes like 30 times. I was making goofy faces, so she laughed. I legitimately fell right there.
Press record, so got this.
There's Eddie. Shout out to Eddie. That's just, we couldn't. He was always on camera.
You look like you're wearing fashion. You look like you have pubic hair.
I wanted to use that line on the show, but I thought it'd be inappropriate. You look like you have pubic hair. Shout out to Mark too for letting us use the back location. We might have to use that again, but want to keep it in Rogers Park right there. It's dope.
Real man. It's real.
Well, I'm glad we got to do this. Look at all my guys are in the scene. I got to get them all in, so I was really happy that I got to be in.
Just in case. Did I flush the toilet?
All right. Anyways, we'll stop it there. If you want to watch the rest of the bloopers, please go to YouTube, below this video, and go to the playlist with so much more. Check it out. I'm thinking about maybe exporting these director's notes, putting them alongside, the episodes that they each go with, and maybe doing something cool. Maybe once we get season 2 on, we'll have like a full DVD package we can do, some sort of package thing with all this material. So anyways, thank you for tuning in to another director's notes. I'm gonna send it back to my host, to the host of this weird fucking show that comes every week to you on YouTube, on Passion Park's YouTube channel. I don't know what my host name is. He's apparently a fucking loser. So send it back to him. Thank you for tuning in to Director's Notes. Keep tuning into so much more. Keep hoping for the best for the project. We are hoping for some really good things to be coming. We're waiting for some good news. So cheers. Appreciate you guys. Send it back to the host. Thank you for sending it back, David. Sheesh. It's like, we've been working together for a while, and you think he would have it down pat, like he would be able to properly address me. A rude motherfucker. I'm sorry, I didn't know we were going to get it tuned back in time. My tie is still getting adjusted here. Little bandy. I don't know what I'm doing. I got nothing, guys. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed Director's Notes. I hope you enjoyed another episode of my show. But I got a really special thing that we're doing right here at the end. This is going to be the first time that we've done this on the show. I've been trying to perfect it, so bear with the audio technical difficulties and all that stuff, but we're trying to get it so we can do some in studio performances. So this will be the first one. So I'm going to tune it over to our first live performance without further ado, before we get to any of that, remember what I told you before. The first new the first Passion Park experience. What? Okay. We're coming back again. Passion Park Experience, February 27th, North Bar. I'm hosting, RPM hosting, live music, live comedy. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Okay, and now, instead of the normal featured song we do, we're going to do a featured performance, and it's from me, but we're trying it out. We're just going to make sure the audio works, and we want to test it out. And it's with my new single, like I told you guys about earlier, Ups and Downs, produced by my fucking homie, Drumlord. Recorded by my fucking homie, Trip Heavy, and listened to by my fucking homies, you guys, all my fans. Listen to it on Spotify. It's gonna be on Apple. Be on the lookout, like on my Instagram and all that shit, because I'm gonna post it and send out the links and shit. But it'll be up real soon. But for now, I just want all my Spotify listeners to go check that shit out, man. I fucking love you guys. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of the David Lopez Show. And I'll be better next week. I'll be funnier next week. I'll be better and funnier every week. Because I actually care about this and I want to keep doing this. And I just want you to know that I do appreciate all the listeners. And this matters to me because I like it a lot. And listen to me rap. Yeah. I want to say thank you to my host for throwing it over to me, and to all the listeners and viewers of the David Lopez Show. We want to say thank you. Let's go. Ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, all of these ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, all of these ups and downs. Mood swinging while I'm chilling. I can't figure out these feelings. Why am I getting all in them, all in them, all in them? Mood swinging while I'm chilling. I can't figure out these feelings. Why am I getting all in them, all in them? Yo, if that buck that bought the bottle could've struck the lotto, then I wonder where I'd be if it wasn't for the pot smoke. Money down the drain, they say where did it all go? And I can't even explain. Yet I'm flying every day, sipping Henny out the bottle as a model, give me brain. Now that's wasted intelligence. That bullshit, they selling it. This crack here, you mess with it, don't need to hit your blunt. No, I came in here extra lit, bringing back the shit that make these new rappers wanna spit. Yeah, I'm loading up the clip, verbal trigger about to cock back. All these killings in my city, Lord, I pray they stop that. Lord, I pray they stop that. Lord, I pray they stop that. Hate on, hate on, hate on, hate on, hate on, hate on, hate on. Cause for fear, you want power, said I know you want the power. Yeah, I know you want the power. Shorty say you too sweet, but you see how I'm ballin' and you getting all sour. High as a Sears Tower, ain't no act like you don't feel this. What you talking about, Willis? DLO, no, I'm Rogers Park's realist. Known hot dealer, hit spitter. Lonely days about 50K, I ain't one to stunt, letting you know I'm here to stay. Fuck the game up, maybe switch the lane up. You can't box me in the shit. Rapping, acting, writing scripts, and you know I can't quit. Haven't heard clean piss since the kid was about 12. Me and Mary got a bond, like a do this all night long. Yo, I'm fresh off writer's block.
And when that shit free up, it's like my mind don't never stop. It's in so many places, I'm in need of green faces. Pull up the J-Mo, I don't need a fucking chaser. Hey.
Ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, all of these ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, all of these ups and downs. Mood swinging while I'm chilling. I can't figure out these feelings. Why am I getting all in them, all in them, all in them? Mood swinging while I'm chilling. I can't figure out these feelings. Why am I getting all in them, all in them, all in them? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the David Lopez Show. Thank you for listening to me rap after about a bottle of red wine. Red wine. There's about one bottle of red wine, maybe a little bit more. A couple glasses of vodka. Still out here rapping. Couple blunts. Love you guys. Tune into the David Lopez Show. Subscribe.